Okay, here we are, part 5, birth story. Hope you guys have nothing better to do. So anyway, where was I? Oh, so we get a call to the room from the chief of anesthesiology of the hospital, and he was calling from my sister's bar. She was bartending that night, and apparently she didn't get a phone call, I guess, or I don't know, something. She didn't get informed enough as to, how I was doing. So she called the hospital, and the hospital wasn't able to give any information, obviously. So I guess she verbalized this to a couple of her customers or something, and one of them was like, this anesthesiologist was like, well, I can get through, all drunk like. So he called the nurses station, and the nurse was like, I can't give you that information. I don't care who you are. So they put him through to my room that I was laboring in, and Anna answered the phone. She's like, hello. And I guess he introduced himself as the chief of anesthesiology, so she stayed on the line with him. She thought it was important, but was very confused because he was also sounding really drunk. So I'm like in the middle of a contraction, and I'm like, get the fuck off the phone, And Anna was like, oh my God, and like hung up the phone really quick. Like 5 minutes later or something, the phone rings again. And I guess it was the same guy, I don't know, but Bobby just picked up the phone and hung it back up again. So whatever, that was funny. um, Somebody's about to wake up. You guys haven't seen him yet. So anyway, I was struggling through this whole time. Well, when I first got to the hospital, my doctor wanted to break my water, and I didn't want him to, for two reasons. I wanted the labor to go the way that it needed to go, and I also knew that as soon as he broke my water, things were going to move along really quickly, and I was already in so much pain. I was trying to cope with that. I don't really know what I was thinking. I think that somewhere in me I thought it was going to get better. I was just like, it's, like I'm waiting for it to taper off a little bit or something, and it never did. Obviously, it's labor. And Anna's telling me, along the way, like, I mean, she was totally all about me making my decisions about, whether or not to have him break my water or something. But it got to a certain point where she was like, you know what? It's going to make the labor go a lot quicker, and this pain is unnecessary at this point, because I was just staying, because my water hadn't broken yet. I was just having all of these contractions, but if it was broken, it would have just like, okay, here we go, baby, but it was just staying, whatever. Does that make sense to you? It does to me. So I ended up having him break my water, and I had to wait until I was like in between a contraction and then I was just like, all right, have them break my water now. Just do it, And he broke my water, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like when I had Ella, he broke my water right away. And she just moved right down, and she was born in 4 hours. This time, he broke my water. I just felt a little bit of a gush, and I guess maybe all of the amniotic fluid or whatever was behind Obi. So when he broke my water, only just a little bit came out, so I didn't get that immediate push, urge to push or whatever. So he broke my water, and I guess he just kind of sat around for a little bit and watched, my signals as to how far along. There you go, buddy. Go on. Take it. You know, maybe you're going to see him in this video. I don't know, because he might want me to pick him up. Nope. He's good. So, oh my god, it's such a long update. I could talk about this for hours, I guess. So he broke my water. He just waited around, and at that point, it didn't take long. I think it only took like 15 minutes for me to like immediately start to get that urge to push. So I don't know how long I was pushing. All I know is that he was out shortly after that, and it was amazing. Like I didn't get an episiotomy. I teared like the smallest bit. I had one with my previous delivery, an episiotomy, and let me tell you what, the healing process with an episiotomy is so much longer. Like, I'm already back to normal, and it's been a week. So if you can, I don't know, it's up to you guys, like, because you never know if you're going to tear or not, but if you can avoid one, then avoid it, because I'm already better. Anyway, he was, oh, that's what I was talking about, the Stadol. I didn't want to get the Stadol at first because I didn't want to be stoned when he came out, you know, and I had asked for Stadol close to when it was time for him to come out, and they were just like, no, you're so close, you can't have it, you know, because they were afraid of him being too drugged up, you know. So they didn't give it to me, and I was fine with that. At that time, I wasn't. I was like, give it to me anyway, I don't care. So they didn't give it to me, and I'm really glad that they didn't, because when he came out, I was very much with it. Like, I remember every second of it. And also a really cool part of all of this was, one of my wishes was to hold him. Like, when he came out, I didn't want them to take him from me. And I think it was helpful having Anna there as my doula and kind of my voice, because she put a birth plan up and, you know, made sure everybody knew that that's what I wanted. And that's what I got. They just checked him out on me, and I didn't let go of him for about an hour and a half until I handed him over to Bobby, who was awesome throughout the entire thing. And yeah, and it's a boy. I was really excited about that. That was actually one of the first things I said when he came out. I was like, is it a boy or a girl? And Dina said very calmly, it's a boy. So, oh, and the cord was wrapped around his neck pretty tight, and Denison handled that really well. He just, you know, clamped it 2 places, cut it, and pulled Obi out the rest of the way. He was a good doctor, and Obi, you know, turned pink like right away. His hands and his feet were purple for a little bit, and Bobby was so concerned. He's like, is he okay? Is he okay? Denison, my doctor, was very reassuring to Bobby. And I looked at him, I looked at Obi, and I knew everything was fine, so I wasn't concerned at all. Yeah, that was it, really. It was awesome. I think I'm going to put an end to this video, and then I'll do a Meet Obi Dell video. But if you guys have any questions about, you know, what went down, you know, how does Stadol feel, and like, you know, whatever, feel free to ask me. If I can do a video response, I will. I enjoy doing those better than typing because it's more personable. So I'm going to show you guys Obi in the next video, so please watch. Alright, it's been awesome sharing experiences with you guys, and I hope to keep in touch. Alright, bye.